Hey guys, what's going on? Now I've put this live up without actually thinking it through first because I don't actually have a phone holder, so I'm just going to have to hold onto the phone to do this, but I'm still trying to look for like a selfie stick phone holder, but I might pull the pin on that and we'll get started. All right, so what I want to do is, okay, so what happened is I bought this car here yesterday. Turn that bloody phone off. You'd think on a public holiday people would leave me alone, wouldn't you? All right, so I bought this car yesterday, this one here, and it's got a good battery in it. Okay, so that means if I move all this crap, move the forklift, I can get the SS50 out if it's got a clutch. If it doesn't have a clutch, we'll have a search round through here in my yard that Time forgot to get the SS50 going, and I want to drive it today. I want to take it to the workshop and do a bit on it. So here she is here looking sad. My mission this year is to get some sheds up out here because I can't do a restoration on that without having a shed to put it in. It absolutely kills me that there's a blown Jag sitting in my backyard just doing nothing. So yeah, not only this, like this ute here, I spent a lot of money on this ute, believe it or not, to get all floors and stuff put in it. Like all the rust has been done, the chassis rails, and it's just sitting out here in the weather. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. She's looking all dirty and a bit sad, the old girl. What do you do though when you got no storage room and all these cars? Like it's just crazy. What do you do, eh? I love this ute. Needs a good polish on the roof, that's for sure. Been sitting here a while. All right, do we have a clutch? That is the question. I'll read some comments in a minute, guys. I just can't see in the sun. Oh yes, we have clutch, which means we can take this today. How good is that going to be? It's a brand new dash mat. It's all kinked now. Don't you hate it when stuff sits around? All right, so what do we got going on, guys? The TX3 is still just sitting there, mate. She's just turned into a donor car now because I can't go any further with it. But yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. Yeah, how'd your New Year's go? Mine was quiet. I intended on sort of working today, but we'll get this thing here unwrapped and see if it's got a battery. But I have got that other battery in that car. All right, let's get this thing opened up. This would be probably one of my favourite cars, I reckon. Oh, what a pain. Do you guys have just cars everywhere, or am I just the only one silly enough to do this sort of thing? Doing this with one hand's not really the easiest thing either, let me tell you. Bloody car covers. These are hail covers, these ones, because we do get a lot of hail here in Queensland, which is a bit of a pain. But Mum only allows me one. Yeah, Nicole doesn't say much. She doesn't care. It's just part of the job, you know. Like when your job is cars and buying and selling them, and I've got major issues that I just can't help myself. I'm just going to set you guys down here somehow, and try and do this with two hands. Just there, look good, no? All right. I need two hands, guys. So I'll just set you up there so I can go untie this. We'll get a battery and we'll see if this thing's going to go for me. It should. We can take it over to the yard and give it a wash. And I want to do that 4-link today in the back of the Valiant. So yeah, I can show you the SV89 while I'm here as well, because I know you all want to see that. So I thought I'd do a bit of backyard action. All right. All right, what a beautiful car this is. All right. Righto. I hate having this thing just sitting here, I really do. It'd be one of my most favourite cars of all that I've got. Oh, it's got a battery in it. You beauty. Oh, it's looking very flat, but guys, because I was lazy and didn't disconnect it. I didn't think it'd go because of the clutch. I thought I'd have to, because the slave cylinder's gone in this thing. Ooh, it's very low on fluid. Hopefully I've got some here. We can go to Super Cheap on the way, but I'm sure I'll be able to drive it with no clutch, as long as we can get it out of the yard. Let's see, I might have to go get that new battery. Oh. This thing's awesome, this car, I love it. No, absolutely nothing. No. Alright, let's go get that other battery, eh? I'll show you the SV89 first. Alright. This is just another VNSS that we'll be doing a resto on coming up soon. Here's the blown jag. That everyone should have at least one blown jag sitting in their backyard. Don't you reckon? With a custom engine cover. Isn't that ridiculous, having that sitting out in the backyard like that? Pure insanity. Alright, and here's the old rusty girl. So, for you guys that keep asking, it's not a 2-second job to do this car. And that rust there has progressed since it's been sitting in the dry. Okay? Like, there's a lot of work. It's not undoable, but like, look at that. It's not unfixable, it's just a massive, massive job. But he's still a very rare car, and it will get a full restoration. But I've got to get these sheds up first, so it's got somewhere to go. Like, I don't know if you remember the live streams though, like the bloody water just coming in through the front here. It still smells very mouldy inside. I was just in it before looking for phone stuff, for camera stuff. But yeah, bloody rusty. Look at that. What a car that is. I love this thing. Let's go get a battery, eh? See if we can't get it going. Yes. Did you see Adam LZ and Jimmy Oakes bought some WRXs? That's going to be pretty cool, but to beat them up, not to do them up. But yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen my wife's WRX. It's in here, hiding away in the shed that you can't even get in. Oh, what a mess, eh? Look at that. Holden red motor Strata 2 turbo setup. Mad. Ignore the wheels. This thing's mint. Like, I've just had it painted. Cost a fortune, eh? But what do? And here's that. I think I've mentioned before, I had a twin throttle body Ecotech manifold. There's that thing there. When we do the turbo ute. Yeah, been collecting crap forever. Oh, I'm not going to build a big shed. I don't have the money for a big shed. You can get like these Absco sheds, and they're about, I think they're up at about 2,400 at the moment. They're 5 meters by 5. They're almost a 6x6 shed, but they're extremely cheap. So I'm just going to get them and put them up, and that way I can buy them one at a time and afford it. Because otherwise, if you put a big shed up, like the shed, let's say the shed costs 30, the concrete's going to cost 40, and it's just crazy. I just can't afford it. So I'll be buying a few less cars this year and a few more sheds. This is just a car that come from Toyota. Customer bought it in over the Christmas break and had done a head gasket or something along those lines. They diagnosed it, and then it's just going to the wreckers. But it's got a good battery. So let's get that out and get that in the ute, eh? Nothing better than good batteries, especially when they come for free. Like, they just had to play with young Mia's car yesterday to and I've ordered, it's 6 volt. I've ordered some bigger 6 volt battery and a bigger 6 volt motor, but I ordered a 12 volt motor as well, just in case. So I pulled it apart and she's a bit pissed that she can't drive it. But yeah, the car life, she's got to learn it. I don't have any tools here at all, so I'll pull out my trusty behind the seat. Oh, there's some brake fluid right there. Look at that. See, for the ute, we're cheering, don't even have to go to Super Cheap. All right. I don't carry much in the truck these days. Pair of pliers or something. There we go, they'll do. Yeah, so what have you guys been up to? Read some questions. Please, can you please buy an Ecotech? Can I please buy it? No, I've had it sitting there for years, buddy. They're very hard to find. It's, yeah, just bought a 68 Nova with a big block. Sweet. 4-link, nice. Couple of 100 cars lying around. That's the go, buddy. Steph and Paul, you must be in the States to have just bought a 68 Nova though. Yeah, we don't see many over here, eh? Okay, I'll go back up the backyard, Chris, and I'll pull the cover off the other VN, the other SS up the back as well. They're both pretty good cars. They're both not rusty. I wish the SV89, but I wouldn't have been able to afford the SV89 unless it was rusty. So it's pretty lucky I don't mind welding, eh? But yeah, I really should take this to the workshop today and drop this off, but I don't care. I'm gonna get me SS50 happening and yeah, have some fun. Take it out, wash it. It's always good to get some fresh fuel in them every month or so. Look at that, mint battery. It's a big one. Yeah, 500 cranking amps. Yep, should be mint. I just got to remember to disconnect the battery terminals if I leave it in the ute. I'll see you up here. Back to editing videos soon. That's going to suck, isn't it? For me at least. Oh, I need a socket. Someone bloody done the right thing and actually put the battery clamp on. Bugger. I don't think my pliers will do it. Alright. We're going to have to go into the shed with no tools and get a socket. Whoa. Been driving the SS a little bit lately. But yeah. To move it again today. I don't know how many I've just ordered another one of these toolkits. I just don't look after things very well. 14 mil too big. Yeah, do your sheds all look like this as well? Just crap everywhere? Or is it just me that's this lazy and ignorant? 11 mil. At least I know at the end of this that the 12 mil, that the sweet, I saw another socket just there before. At least I know that the what's the name, the SS50 is going to run. Like, at least it's not, yeah, wasting my time. Bloody hot today. I didn't think this through very well, did I? Bloody Queensland, it is so hot and so dry. It is bloody crazy. I don't know if it's actually a good idea to go to work. Maybe I should just do nothing today. Half inch also. We'll see if we can get that in there. I don't think it will, but I'll need an extension. The Super Cheap had toolkits on special, and they didn't have any in stock. They reckon they're getting one in for me, but it doesn't help much today, does it? But what do you do? It's bloody hotty today. I'm sweating already. Either that or I'm just unfit. I think that's more what it is. Alright, here we go. The free battery's seeming like a lot of work for a free battery, isn't it? Ugh, it wasn't free, I suppose I bought the car. Oh, alrighty. I am looking forward to driving this ute though. Right, might put you down again, just there. Not having a phone stand thing's bloody pain in the arse, I can tell you that. I didn't get much done at the workshop this week. Well, I suppose it's only Wednesday. The old captain's been busy over there though. We've got a lot of maintenance to do on forklifts for the start of the year, which sucks, but it's just, you got to spend money on the stuff that makes you money, I suppose. Still got a lot of maintenance to do on the truck that didn't get done over the break. But you know how it goes, guys. You probably get nothing done as well, don't you? Did you watch the How's the MTM video that just come out? The one doing the GDI pulsar. That's not a bad video. That was back to what they were, you know. Like that's probably one of their best videos they've done for a while, I reckon. I quite enjoyed it anyway. What did you guys reckon? I'm sure you would have watched it by now. Oh. Oh, yeah, all right, let's get this ute going, eh? Yeah, and what's his name? Adam LZ and Jimmy Oakes buying WRXs to go play in the dirt. Sounds pretty fun too. Like, it's crazy that, like, in Australia, those blob eyes that they bought would be still worth money, whereas over there they reckon that the blob eyes are the cheap model, which is, you know, a couple of grand for a blob eye is pretty cheap. All right, let's see you guys up here. And let's get this battery in. I like this thing with it being the SS50. It just has all the little yellow bits, like the strut brace, the engine cover slightly different with the 5.7. I was going to put an OTR on it, but I like this big cover, the Growler cover with that there, instead of the OTR that always hits on the bonnets and stuff. So I think I'm just going to pretty much leave this. Those pipes have got to go because they're just garbage. Got a fair bit to do to this, guys. There'll be quite a lot of videos on this one coming up, which will be good. A fit. Not really, no. Oh yeah, it'll be right. It's just around the opposite way. We should take this battery to the workshop because it's still probably good. Ugh. Commodores are the worst for fitting batteries in, eh? Oh no, I can't put it that way. There's always everything in the way. VNs are even worse, eh? Right down in the front, and then when they get old, the fusible link gets bloody broken. Yeah. Got a good battery for this one. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Who reckons it's going to go? Soon find out, I suppose, won't we? I'll try and back it up a bit straight away too. So get away from the back of this F100. Had a guy come and waste my time on the F100. Hassled me for weeks and weeks because he wanted to buy it, supposedly. Hear the fuel pump. Don't you hate that? When the bloody earth clicks? God, that shits me, I hate it. Yeah, no, I had a guy hassle me for weeks about wanting to come and look to buy this thing and all the rest of it, carrying on how he builds all these F100s and, oh, you know, he's really looking for another one. It sounds perfect and it's all good. And then finally made time for him to come and look at it. And then I'm here waiting for him, and in the end I had to go to work, so I just left. Then messaged me, oh, I'm here. Come on. Just let that warm up by itself, I think, build some oil pressure. Yeah, and then he turns up, narrowly, my daughter showed him and all the rest of it, and then I get a message, something along the lines of, oh, I've spent too much money over Christmas, that what I can offer you, oh, some rubbish, but it doesn't matter how much money he spent over Christmas, it doesn't alter what the car's worth. Like, yeah, just because you don't have any money, it doesn't make a car any cheaper. But anyway, what would I know? We might let that idle away here for a minute, guys, and we'll go look at some SS's, eh? What do you reckon? Christ, it's dirty. Might get that off today and put one of the blower stickers on there instead. Alright, so BNSS, the boot lid's rusty, but it's not rusty anywhere else really. It's good all around the screens. It's a factory manual car, this one, but non-power pack, Series 1. You can tell it's a Series 1 because of the seats. Series 2 seats look a lot more... Series 2 seats look more like VES seats. It's going to need door trims. I've got to find a lot of gear for it, but it's got the SS kit still on it. The motor's in it and complete, supposedly will run. The manual gearbox is missing out of this thing, so I'm going to have to buy a box for it soon. But yeah, it is an SS. It's in relatively the same condition as what the Formula was, that thing. So it will tidy up. This one is just a sort of a one owner 6-cylinder manual car. Belonged to an old lady over in Mergen. We took a lot of parts out of this for the Formula, but it does. When I got it, I had to put keys in it, and so I put a column in it and a water pump, I think, from memory. But it does run and drive. All right, and right up the back here, I bought this car ages ago, like ages ago. It had a drop tank in it, and I actually wanted it for the aluminium drop tank. But now it's a really good car because it's sat here for so long. But then my kids were playing in it, right, and they locked the freaking keys in it, so I've had to do that to the door on this side. But it's can I get into it? I don't think I can get in it. Inside this thing's clean though. It's still got really good door trims because it's sat here under this heavy tarp for so long. Yeah, I can't really get. Oh, you can get the tarp up on this side. It's a. I can't even remember if it's a power pack car or not. It's a. Yeah, it's a power pack car. It's got Calais seats in it. Come with no steering wheel from memory. But it's quite a good car. Like, it's not rusty at all. Like, this is a good car. It was an auto. Well, still is an auto. It come with no motor or box in it, so this will probably end up an LS, I'd say. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see what I've got at the time to put in it, but it's tidy and it's all there. The diff, I was actually pulling that LSD diff out to put into triples. To put into my SS to get rid of the 411 mini spool, but then I ended up with, I bought a HR Ute, that one with all the rust done. And when I bought that HR Ute, it wasn't as good as the guy said it was, and he had this diff, that one there, sitting there. So he threw in that LSD diff, so that can go in my car if it has to. But yeah, you can see the difference here. See, when we're doing the 4-link guide, this is a panhard rod setup. So they are straight, okay? So they go straight to your body, and then your bottom arms are there, right? And then that panhard rod holds the diff from going side to side because they're running straight, not getting held on an angle. So that's the difference between your triangulated 4-link and your 4-link with a panhard rod. Fords actually run a really good panhard rod system that goes here and it actually centers the diff on a swivel, whereas these, when you lower the car, will push the diff to one side. That's why you need an adjustable panhard rod to lower a VN Commodore. So anyway, there you go. All right, let's turn this one around, and then yeah, turn this one around and move the forklift. Hopefully the forklift goes. We should move the forklift first. Do you reckon the forklift's going to go? I haven't driven it for ages. There's a spot down here for it anyway. It is so hot here today, guys. Bloody crazy hot. And I still got to move the trucks and all the rest of it too, I suppose. Oh, it's like that movie, The Castle. Ready? Is it going to go? It's got a choke. Yep. It's an old carby thing. Don't be like that. No one likes a spoil sport. Oh, go, you good thing. Oh yeah, baby. How happy am I? Alright, we'll leave some comments while this I've got 9 cars. Chelsea SS's, we just done that. Bought the Nova, I've read those before. Yeah, good batteries are like gold, absolute gold, guys. How many registrations do I have? Not many. I have a trade plate because obviously I'm in the trade. So when moving this, I'm going to work on it. So I can use it to take it to the workshop, use the trade plate, work on the car and bring it back. You can use it to test drive cars and stuff like that. So I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just doing stuff for myself, but I suppose that's what it's for, is it? Yeah, just outside Philadelphia, paid $4.5. That's so cheap. Like that Nova over here, man, would be worth so much money. Crazy money. 30 plus probably. Pretty keen to do rust repairs and some things when I'd see. It'll all happen. Ben Arnold, thank you very much, dude, for your support. Really appreciate it. Definitely not selling the red motor turbo kit. There's a couple of HR wagons just there, and the turbo kit. I've got a 179 HP motor with a standard bore in the shed, the Strata 2's turbo set up, Volvo diff. I've got a Tremec manual, but I'm probably going to try and find a sleeker 5-speed to put behind the red motor to go into the wagon. Oh, hang on, it was maybe a 4-speed Commodore Auto, I'm not too sure. It's super smoky in New Zealand. Okay, you got bushfires over there as well, mate. Hey, Hadsy, how's things, dude? Thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. Would you sell the manual out of the VN? Why would I do that? It's a complete car. You've got to think about what you sort of say. You can buy the whole car if you want, but as you're selling the manual out of it, that'd be just a waste of a decent non-rusted out car. Does everyone else have a forklift at home? You got to have a forklift at home. Don't you reckon? I bought a bus one day, like a massive school bus. If I park this here, I'll never get it back out. That started sinking. I bought a bus one day, like a big school bus from the school, and while I was there, they said, "Oh, we've got a forklift we don't need. Would you like to buy it?" Bloody oath, I'd like to buy it. Bloody cheap too, this thing. Full service history. I really should get a cover for it so I can cover it up. I wish the forklifts at work ran as well as this one. This one doesn't get used though, it's too small for the workshop, but it's good for here if you've got to move a diff around and you're by yourself. Beautiful, how good was that? And the SS50's just rumbling away there. Good girl. Alright. Oh, I should have turned the aircon on, you fool! Oh, don't use all laugh. Do you know how hot it is getting in this thing? How much fuel's in it? None, that'll be right. This is such a nice car, guys. I love it. Out of all my cars, I'd say that this one would be the one that I look forward to driving the most. Just not driving it into things. It's just a pain to get out of this yard today, guys. You park these things in here and then keep bringing other crap in. And before you know it, you've got no room to move. I'm a bit scared, to be honest. I don't think I'll go that way. Might try and turn it around another way. Oh, this clutch is going to fail on me, isn't it? Some days it's not the best to be me, I can tell you that. I'd love to take the blown Jag out, but I'm just giving that thing a rest for a while so I don't end up getting locked up. Oh, she stalled on me. Must be out of fuel now. At least the aircon's working. Yeah, I don't want to drive the blown Jag for a little while, guys, so I'm just giving that thing a rest because the coppers weren't too impressed last time, I can tell you that. And the last thing I need with my job is to get a bad name around the place as just a dickhead. Even though we all know I am one. There's no point advertising it, is there? She's not running the best today. Must have some crazy shitty fuel in it. LS is run no matter what. Did you see on the Street Machine channel, he's pulling the LS out of the Miata and putting a freaking Barrett in it? You got to be off your freaking rocker. Christ. Who would do that? Who would pull a V8 out and stick a 6-cylinder in? I know I'm an old person that loves V8s, but oh, that's still no power steering. I'm trying to film. Like, I know I'm old and I love V8s and all the rest of it, but you gotta bloody have some common sense somewhere, don't you? Yeah, just lost all clutch. Alright. Might turn that off before it runs out of fuel. Yeah, for any of you guys that don't know what an SS50 is, okay, you can see the badge is different there on the side. It's a 50th anniversary ute, VU ute, LS1. They're all LSs. They come out in autos and in manuals. And they had the yellow doors, the yellow dash, the yellow, see, SS50 in the seat. The sides of the seats are normally yellow in these, but when I got it recovered, I just done the stitching yellow because the yellow is just so loud. But yeah. Oh, looks like I will be driving this to work today, which would be cool. Go over and do a bit to it. Not even, I don't think I'll be able to get it on the hoist because the hard top's going to be on there. But we will put some clutch fluid in it, so we end up having a clutch. I'm glad the clutch lasted that long, to be honest. I don't know. Isn't she beautiful? Yeah, just a beautiful ute. I love it. Go down and give it a hose off down at the car wash. One bad thing about a reverse cow scoop, if your struts aren't awesome, it just puts so much weight on it. What's happening is the fluid's leaking out down the bottom there in the bell housing, and if I can keep fluid in it, the clutch works because there's nothing wrong with the clutch. I'll just sit you guys here. There's nothing actually wrong with the clutch, guys. It's just it runs out of fluid because it runs out. So if you can keep it topped up, like I drove this to up near Bundaberg not long ago, and yeah, the fluid lasted all the way up there and back. It's just when it sort of sits, it just slowly drips out. But I do want to register this soon, so yeah. All right. Well, guys, I reckon that might be. I just now got to move. Oh, I'll probably get out without moving that. Just got to move that, put it out on the front lawn, and yeah, go from there. Actually, I'll take this with me just in case. But yeah, so that's me for today. What I might do is I might pull the pin here, guys, and I'm going to go over and redo those 4-link arms on the hardtop. So I might reconvene. Do you guys want to see some more this afternoon? And I'll yeah, well hang on. I'll just go read some comments because you guys have made the effort to write them, so I'll make the effort to read them. I'll go in here though because it's freaking hot out there. All right, guys, what have we got going on? Don't start a fire. No, there's no hope of that. There's no grass to burn. My dad currently drives his VN station wagon vacation. That's a go. Need to do a garage rehab just about, wait for it to cool down a bit. The videos will keep coming. I can't stop now. It's too much support, you know, and I feel bad. Have I got any manual conversions? I think there's a manual conversion there for like a VZ. The only ones I've got really is I've got a manual wagon sitting on my front lawn at the moment, and I've got that manual sedan. But both of them are too good at cars. Like, if you ring me, talk to me, see what we can work out. Yeah. Hey, bud, I love the videos. Thank you very much. Yeah, it'd be 40 degrees out in that sun there for sure. It's bloody hot here. I'd love to have a forklift with a tow bar. Yeah, there's a little hole in the forks on that thing that you can drop a tow ball in. Got to buy a forklift for my orchard. Forklifts are awesome, eh? Like, they are just the best thing. Yeah, I know. And the wrap on it's crazy. LS the world. Just V8 the world. Like, it's not even LS. It's just simply... But it's my preference. You know what I mean? I think the same thing would put a Barra... There's an LS in it. I was thinking the same thing. Why? Who would put a barrier? Yeah, that's it. It's a lot of work for no. Um, it's got an LS in it. I don't even know what to say. Oh, awesome, Richard. Yeah, I love the SS50. I really do, and I honestly believe in my whole heart the way that the pricing of cars in this country is going to go is any of those V8 Utes are going to take off in money because the guys, the builders and the plumbers and the guys that have good jobs, good money, okay, that used to buy a new Maloo or a new Ute each year, they're going to want to build one. Then they're going to be worth money and they're going to hold on to them. And I do think that that is where the money, if you want to make an investment for a couple of grand, you know, you might not going to make crazy money, but you will not lose on any V8 Ute. Like they will just be, yeah, not so much the old HZs and all that sort of stuff. They already HQs, they're already money anyway, but they're a nice thing to look at, but they're old, you know. But these Utes are beautiful to drive, and guys are going to want them. They can't buy a new one next year for tax and all the rest of it, so they will go back to the one that they enjoyed the most, buy that and build it. I just honestly think that's the way it's going to go. I was waiting to see what your thoughts. I'm speechless that you'd pull the LS out and do it. Obviously, people do things. I'm going to NZ Oz. I'm going over to work on the hardtop now, Azran. I just wanted to. I work that much. You've got to take the little bits of enjoyment where you can. Today, the little bit of enjoyment is driving that Ute across, cleaning it up, and yeah, yeah. How's the VG Ute? VG Ute. VG Ute. I haven't got a VG Ute, have I? Oh, yes, I do. The VN Ute, sorry. The VNSS Ute. Yeah, it's at the workshop. It's every single time someone asks us, it's still sitting there. If you don't see it in a video, it means I haven't touched it. If you see a car in a video, that means I've worked on it. If you don't see it in a video, it means I haven't touched it. That means I've ordered parts or I'm waiting on something or something like that. So if you see it in a video, it means I'm touching it. If you don't see it in a video, it means I haven't touched it. Simple, easy. All right, dudes. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, see you in a couple of hours. I'll go over to the workshop, get this thing cleaned up a bit, get some fuel in it. Yeah, I'll get the 4-link apart and probably a bit done and then show you where we're at. So, all right, dudes. See you.